All right, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the man, the myth, the legend. I am the king of the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Christopher Jordan himself. Tonight, I had a special guest with me, right? This is my road dog, my ace. I've probably been knowing him almost 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Long time. Mr. Corey Bridges, y'all probably know him from like Magic Mike and stuff like that.
Ooh.
He was the DJ. He was the DJ back there, scratching on the mic, with his belly. So
Really.
Hey, so what's going on, people? Y'all tell me something good tonight. Tell me something good. We got 10 views on here. We're going live on the podcast right now, so we're gonna get into the top for tonight. So I've been married about 2 years now. And been with my wife almost 4. How long you been married?
I've been married 5 years and been with my wife 1 year.
Okay. So that's quick. It is a total of 6 years, right?
Right.
Okay. I know my math might be a little off sometimes.
Yeah. Anniversary coming up.
Oh, sure is. Boy, how y'all gonna celebrate?
Don't know yet. We ain't made that decision yet.
Oh, jeez. That's when the real fun start.
Okay.
Trying to plan a trip to go out of town.
Yeah.
Boy, it's just always fun. But yeah, so we were both married, and we married into bonus families. So basically, what it is, the definition of bonuses is some positive, because we all look at. I used to say stepkids. I'm a stepfather. Now that me and him talked earlier today about being bonuses, you know what I'm saying? That's the more positive word behind it.
Right.
So it's being a bonus parent is, what's the word?
It's fun.
It's fun to a certain extent. Till your hair start turning gray and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah. But yeah, it's just so now I'm just learning to say bonus because it's more positive, like on being being a father that comes in and taking care of somebody else's kids like you take care of your own. So that's what made me kind of want to do this segment tonight, because me and him got it. We started talking about it. Early this morning. Right. So we had a long conversation about it. We was on the phone about 45 minutes talking about it. So I said, shoot, let's just turn. Since we having a good phone conversation, let's turn it into a podcast. Right. Come write some stuff down and we'll get to it.
So I ain't writing nothing down.
He ain't writing nothing down. So he trying to go straight up the dome. I can't do that because my mouth be moving too fast. My mind be thinking. But it's everything is like a learning experience. So day to day, even with being just a regular parent, just having your own kids, it's a learning experience. Mm-hmm. So it's just one of the things that you kind of have to go by day to day and figure out like what you want to do and how you handle situations. So as long as you got a partner with us, got a good head on his shoulder, like, okay, well, I'm going to allow you to let you treat my kid like I treat mine. Just don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes, like, all kids are different. So you got some kids that don't give you no trouble. You got some kids that give you all the hell in the world. And some kids, you know what I'm saying, you don't know whether they going crazy or not. You don't know if they're going to turn to serial killers or not sometimes. Because I like my son, my oldest son, Lord knows I worry about him because sometimes I feel like you're slow. I feel like your motor ain't got enough oil in it. For real. And it's just trying to get our families to work. Like I said, especially with him, I've been knowing him for forever. And then me and his wife went to massage school together. So it's like both of them, like I watched both of them even before I got married, you know what I'm saying? Because they have a really, really good marriage. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody, they got y'all ups and downs.
Nah, we good, man. We don't, I tell people, the arguments and all that, that's rhetorical to the fact that, ain't no need to sit up here arguing about nothing because it ain't going to solve nothing.
True.
Ain't no need to getting upset about anything because at the end of the day, you still got to lay down together. You still got to figure it out. So if you're going to figure it out. Now, if you want to be with that person, do what it takes to be with that person. But, hey, that's all on you.
That's true. It's like, it's all on what you're willing to take in your relationship. And
right.
Like I said, being married is already hard enough. And then being married and then bring kids in, and then that means your house gets There's a lot more people in your house.
Right.
A lot more, mouths to feed and everything else. And it's interesting how you have to learn. And it don't seem like you never get it straight right up the bat.
No.
Nothing. Being a parent is hard. It's hard.
It's the compromise is the key. You got to compromise and have an open communication about every situation that goes on, because every situation gonna be taken different, because every child is different. So, that's one of the key things you got to do.
True.
So, with that being said, no matter what goes on, I always consult with the other parent or guardian or whoever the case may be, and I always just try to make sure that everybody stay on the same page or on one accord to, the fact of the situation, because when one go left, everybody gonna go left. So as long as you try to keep the cool and stay on the same page and compromise, everything will be alright. It's a little rough, but everybody make it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like I said, everything is a work in progress. Like I said, kids are always they're gonna give you different types of. When was instant question? When was the last time you were Corey? Your stepson. When was the last time? Because your stepson called you dad too, though.
Yeah.
And my stepson called me dad too. So when was the last time you was Corey? Because when you get called for your regular name, they got hot with you. They got 5 hot bags with you.
Actually, never happened.
Really?
Never. Okay. I've been had him since he was 3 years old, and basically, he asked me a long time ago, "Can I call you daddy?" I said, "Sure," and it been that way since then. No matter how mad he get with me, no matter what goes on, I'm still daddy.
All right.
Yeah. So
yeah, I got called Chris once. I got called Chris once. We was like a penal with 5 heart would be. I'm talking about she was 5. I'm talking about she was fake sick from school. I knew she wasn't sick because she came home almost doing backflips and stuff like that. And I made her go out in the yard and pick sticks up. I'm like, you can come in here and do all this other stuff. You can go out and pick sticks up. So she was mad. She said, I said, well, we were talking about the situation about caring about her life. She was like, Chris don't care about her life. Chris don't care about her. I was like, oh, okay. Well, keep picking them damn sticks up. They gonna make me don't never buy.
It's a big difference between boys and girls. So, them girls, that's a totally different situation. Ooh, right now. Completely.
Like I sit here, but I watch, like I said, but it's been a long time since I got called Chris, Yeah. So, but if I hear it, like even my wife here, I'm like, who? I don't even know my whole name sometimes. Right. I got a name around here.
Oh yeah,
because it'll never be Chris when y'all want something. It'll never be Chris.
Bae, dad.
Oh, but I do get to say, why we can't call you by your first name? That's not my name right here.
No,
it's not my name right. I don't put food in your mouth and clothes on your back to be called Chris. Well, that my mama called me Chris. Well, my mom, she called me a lot of other stuff too. Chris is the main one. I've been called all kind of motherfuckers and stuff.
But the one thing about it though, like I tell anybody, any child, if that's what you want to do, put respect on it.
That's true. You
gonna Mr. or Mrs. or Miss or whatever like that. So regardless of the situation, that's what it's going to be handled at. That's what it is. Leave it. That's what she feel comfortable with. Hey, but at the same time, at the end of the day, your part. See, that's the key thing.
That's true.
Your part. You know what you doing. So don't never let that distract you because of a thought in their head. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that changes the narrative of the whole situation because of, feelings get involved in situations like that right there. So at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, that's what she feels and that's what she thinks she wants to do. Hey, But, it changes the narrative now.
Yeah.
It changes a lot of perspective on things, but like I said before, as they grow, they learn. Who is who and what's what. Sometimes it take a little longer than others, but it comes around.
Yeah, because we was talking about like the positions that our kids give us. Like my kids are 400 some miles from me. They're in Texas, so I I see them and I don't see them. They come for the holidays. My daughter called me. We'll talk, have conversation. We were talking about them having cell phones. I told her my daughter is really she's 13, real responsible kid. She takes care of 3 kids up under her. And I told her like she has a cell phone. I so much don't like. To me, it's worth my peace of mind for her to have a cell phone because at least I know like anytime I need her. Because I really like if I text her mom, she's like, oh well. When I get home, I tell her to call you. Like what? I don't like what if I need to talk to her right now? Right. I need to kind of jump on there right now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm saying like for my peace of mind, it's good for them to have a cell phone. I think my cell phone bill is way too high for what she to have for her to have an iPhone. Like that's just ridiculous. Like me and C-Spire, like we're gonna have to have a come to Jesus meeting pretty soon.
Well, I divorced C-Spire a long time ago.
I'm starting to get what's the one that's got the smart mobile, whatever. I might get a Cricket. Shoot, that might be easy, but they phone's too high.
Yeah,
they phone's too high. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just we working. I was like, so you told me what was your view on cell phone?
Well, my view on it, truthfully honest with you, I mean, like you said, you got a 13-year-old. She's responsible, and she doing what she's supposed to do, and everything like that. That's the good part about it. Now, on the other behalf, my kids are 11, well, actually 12, and 9 and 9. So they all got cell phones. But I didn't buy them for them.
All right.
And then on top of that, I don't pay no bill because, like I said, one thing about me, the way I came up is totally different from then to now. I mean, they should always be around a parent or a guardian with the phone. So, therefore, it shouldn't be a case, a situation where they're not nowhere near a phone if they need be to call or if they want to call. Mm-hmm. So, then a lot of people like, man, they just kids. They don't understand the call. I said, they call when they want something.
Yeah, they know how to call.
So,
I need a drink. Really?
Right.
You a girl? All right.
Yeah, you call when you want something, but then at the same time, you just call just to call or anything like that. Nah, they don't really never happen too often or anything like that. But, at the same time, at the end of the day, everybody got their own opinions about the situations and stuff like that. So, I don't know really be still what nobody else got to say because don't nobody else, move my life or nothing like that. So,
you remember back in the day you used to have that song called Stepdaddy?
Do Stepdaddy.
Bruh, I think about that a lot of time. Like, back in the day, I guess when folks really started trying to be bonus parents, like it was like a time where like, don't tell my kid nothing to do. They'll tell me don't tell them to do this. Don't tell me. You tell me and I tell them.
Right.
And like I guess maybe a lot of people have grown up out of that narrative.
But see, you back on up a couple of years before that. If your child do something he ain't got no business or she ain't got no business, and I'm the parent or the guardian just so happen to be watching them, yeah. I whoop them, then I tell you after I don't whoop them, then it goes from there. It's a trickle effect, but see, that's the key thing that people done fell out of. It takes a village to raise a child.
That is true. And then you like, don't say nothing. Like I'm telling you, the worst. I got in trouble in school one day, and my mom and daddy weren't at home, so she sent me on the late night. Had Miss Willamay. Well, Miss Willamay used to have this old rotary phone. So, and if anybody remember, y'all know how embarrassing that phone call, and you have to turn that phone because you don't want to call your mom from work or your dad. I done got in trouble in school. Oh Jesus, that's
trying to turn that thing.
You got Parkinson trying to dial that phone. Like
Oh yeah.
But I got a whooping then. My dad never whooped me. I can't say that. My dad never whooped me because my mom had it one time. She told me, she said, "That's my child. Don't Lord have mercy." Like that's my child. Don't whoop it. Right. My child, don't you put your hands. So I got a whooping from her. I got a whooping at me Willamay. I got a whooping when I got home. Then my mama got real big and bold. Oh, you finna learn your lesson. Let me call you Uncle Herman and see what he gonna say. Well, Jesus, Uncle Herman got big hands. Like he got big hands. Like one good slap across the back, that good back meaty part of your back. Oh, it was over with.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was over with. So
You know.
Them whooping, I still get flashbacks by them whooping.
Oh yeah, see, my mom and dad and them, like where I'm from, small town, so you know the school, everybody knew everybody. Let me see, at least 2 or 3 of my teachers done taught. Probably about like 5 generations of us.
Ooh.
5 or 6. So it's not like they didn't know who we were. They didn't know who was what and stuff like that. So the thing about that was, if you got in trouble at school, you was gonna get that phone call home, and that phone call was gonna beat you home. So when you got to the house, it was on. Regardless.
Remember how house party was? House party was how life really was back in there. House party was it was everything. Everything house party. Oh, you got in trouble? Who? You won't tell me when you're home? I want to go. So I want to go outside for a little while. Nah, that was real life, and I was like, it was what movie made me cuss in front of my mom? No, I'm gonna get you, sucker. I cussed in front of my mom. Get out the damn car. I caught myself real quick. I was like, well, guess that's the end of my life. But
you know, like I said before, it's just those, those moments, those days, they'll never be back. You know, we'll never get them days back.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? The way a lot of things done happen over the course of years and the course of time with the younger parents, and now they don't want the teacher to say nothing to their children and stuff like that, and the children are always right. And man, look, I'm sorry.
My biggest misconception is that kids think that life ought to be fair.
Yeah, ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing.
Not every battle you fight is supposed to win, and not everyone you supposed to lose. You supposed to learn a lesson out of some of, you know. A lot like Killer can't be wondering something like, y'all don't make life fair. Life ain't supposed to be fair. This thing is supposed to teach you something. Like when life get hard, like when they want to hit you, it's gonna hit you.
Oh yeah,
they don't care what color you is, if you a girl, boy. Right about now, you a boy, girl, boy. It don't matter who it is, life gonna hit you. And I rather if I had learned the lessons that I knew back then growing up in my small town. 'Cause I'm from Terry. If I had known the lessons I knew then, I'd probably been like, you know what? Let me take this advice. Let me take this advice before life really just, clocked me in the top of the head.
Right. Well, see, I'm going to tell you a little something. I told my wife, pretty much this morning we were talking about some things. And, I told her, I said, look, one thing about that a lot of people fail to realize, I said, you going to hit a brick wall sooner or later. I said, but one thing about it is to be smart about the situation is take that brick wall and build your house.
Hell yeah.
Because the thing about, you build a foundation, meaning you get yourself together. As you stacking them bricks up and running your mouth, and half the time, a lot of these people running around here don't never know what they talking about. They just doing this. They doing it to try to stay relevant and be relevant. The thing about that is if you take your time and actually take them bricks that you building that house with and building that wall that you gonna run into sooner or later. You take that wall and turn that wall to the side and keep stacking them bricks up. Sooner or later you're gonna build a house.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when you build that house, then you put that roof over that house, then you complete. Yeah. And a lot of people don't never complete that house.
Nope. But we missing a lot of that foundation.
Oh,
like
man.
we were taught. We went to a folks' house and we were taught some stuff. I'm telling you, if I had known what I would know, I would shut my mouth half the time. When them folks were telling me stuff, I was like, dang, you know what? Let me shut up.
Oh yeah.
So some of these folks knew what they were talking about, and we were always looking like, nah, that ain't what it's gonna be like. No, I don't really care how kids are raised. Like, stuff is still the same. Yeah. It's just the message is like it was beating in us, like for real. Yep. Now you almost can't touch a kid without them talking about, well, you don't love me and stuff like that. If I ain't love you, I wouldn't.
I mean, they were saying it back then, but see, now you got child services, you got child abuse. Child abuse was there back then. But my mama told me if I call child abuse, by the time I get through dialing the first number, I'll be dialing 911 instead of 1-800 child abuse because she was gonna kill me. But you know the thing about that was, and the thing about it is to this day that made me a better person in who I am because a lot of people and me myself growing up, I thought I could have my way with everything, but no, it don't work like that. You got to earn your keep, and if you don't earn your keep, when somebody give you something, a lot of times they don't appreciate it.
That's true.
And growing up, you start to learn over the course of time. Some people do, but a lot of them don't. Over the course of time, to appreciate the things you get and the things you have because somebody else out there ain't got it.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I love to see a kid that don't feel entitled.
Right.
Ooh, I love to see a kid. If you give them something like, oh, you didn't have to get me this, or let them feel like, or be appreciative, or I appreciate a kid.
Right.
Like, ooh, you know what? And that's any person. Any person that appreciate what they get. Like, I do more for you if you show me you appreciate.
Right.
But like another thing we were talking about is kids think that being on the honor roll is kids being on the honor roll is like is just supposed to be. We supposed to be having a parade for it.
Yeah. I mean, true enough, you did good in school and all. Yeah, that's good. But at the same time, I mean, you still have your other things you got to do. It's called balance of life. Yeah, you might do good at your job, but if you ain't doing good at the house or with your wife or with your family, you ain't balancing nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with children. Yeah, they might do good in school. Yeah, give them a pat on the back, but at the same time, if you ain't keeping your room clean or doing the things you need to do at home and being respectful, you ain't doing nothing. That's only half the battle.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to win the war sooner or later.
Yeah.
So, winning the war, getting a diploma and being respectful. And that's when I could really stand up and say I'm proud of you because the time and the effort that everybody done put in to keep pushing you to get to where you going, that's the first leg of your race. Now, whatever you do with the rest of your life, that determines a lot. And people don't never pay attention to that. Yeah, they got out of school, but now what they doing?
Because I remember graduating high school, and the next day was in the deep depression because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was always taught, like, when you got out of high school, like, the next thing you do is you go to work.
Right.
Like, that was all that was for me.
Yeah.
My mom would tell me, like, well, shoot, you going to work? I'm like, what about college? My mom like, what about it? Like, I might actually want to go. That might actually put me in a position where I might make a little money. Right. I remember when I was getting out of high school, when I worked through high school, I was working in Kroger making $4.99 an hour. We live in a joke here because I feel just like I'm making that same $4.99 an hour now. Shoot.
Yeah.
But
you was at Kroger's, I was at Winn-Dixie.
See that? And my dad had worked for Jitney Jungle. And that's why
I look back it up. I started working for Jitney Jungle first. I helped them switch the store over from Jitney Jungle to Winn-Dixie. Mm-hmm. And probably about maybe 3 years after that, they closed it down completely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the last time I just growing up, like, I saw my dad worked in the cold almost, 60, 70 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? On a forklift till he messed around, hit something, and threw his whole back out.
Right.
I didn't want to be there. He'd be mad at me. Now, my dad worked on cars and everything. He'd be like, so he taught me, growing up, taught me how to work on cars.
Your daddy need to back out.
What? He be trying to work on cars. Now, he tried to put a transmission in his truck a couple weeks ago.
No, sir.
Like, hey, I need help putting the transmission in my truck. You don't do that kind of work no more. Man, my hand's soft now. All the oil and stuff I done put on my hand. Shoot, my wife like my hands soft.
Hey, and there's one thing that I stress to a lot of people about doing anything in life. Make sure you got the right tools.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you ain't got the right tools, you gonna forever struggle.
Mm-hmm. So that's the whole thing about these kids being like in a position about making honor roll stuff. That's your tool. Yeah. That's gonna get you someplace. Right. It shouldn't be that should be self gratification. Like, you ought to be proud. Like, my daughter came. She been in Texas almost 4 years now. She finally come home. Dad, I made honor roll. I guess my wife was like, maybe they challenge her a little bit more, and I was like, maybe that's true. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like she said, I made honor roll, and she always called me, my daddy this teacher, this teacher that. Well, she made honor roll, so she didn't ask for that. She was just proud of she was just proud of herself for actually getting on the honor roll.
Right.
So it's like that's a tool that you help. Like when you get older, like now, like she might not go too much like school wise, but at least they grounds her and put a foundation in her, saying, okay, well, I can do this and I can do a little bit better with my life.
Oh yeah, and that be the key thing. Like I tell people all the time that one thing about it is self-sufficient, self-esteem, self this, self that, is self-control.
Yeah, say self
and
motherfucking.
That's
what it is.
And the thing about it is, everybody be looking. I don't have no self-esteem. It's yourself.
Self-esteem.
You know what I'm saying?
It's in here. It's in here.
Right.
You go deep down inside and you get in here.
Right. And people don't, they don't take out the time to actually just reflect on themselves or reflect on life, and meaning that they don't actually take a minute to breathe and it's the same way with the kids, because they constantly got the kids on the go, the games and athletic stuff and all that. That's cool and all, but at the same time, man, give yourself and your children the chance to breathe. Man, you ain't got to go nowhere. You can sit in the house, turn the TV on, and lay back. All you and the whole family just sit back on the couch and
put them phones
relax.
down.
Yeah.
Put them phones down and be like, you know what? Hey, I ain't seen you in a long time. When did you get any uglier the last time I seen you? Hey, for real. Like, I love time like with my daughter, my son not being here. Sometimes when I look at her, I don't even know you no more. Like my daughter is a lady now. Like full grown, she a lady, and then my other two, they grown. We got my 4-year-old. He's about as tall, like he's up to my hip now.
Oh yeah.
Like shoot, he'll be 5. I think he'll be 5 in July, and that's time. I've been around him ever since he was 6 months, 7 months.
Right. Been
around all the time, and you watch him grow, and you want him to grow to be like good people. You know what I'm saying? At least decent human being.
I mean, you try to instill in you what was, that they instilled in you coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like getting in touch with the elderly people and stuff like that. I told somebody a while back, I was like, every time one of the elderly people die, or every time, something happened to the elderly, I said, that's part of history leaving. True. And I said, when that part of history leave, it ain't like reading a book. You can actually sit down and go talk to them and spend time with them and ask them questions that you don't understand about certain parts of life and stuff like that. And a lot of them be like, oh man, they just some old food, they don't be talking about nothing. I said, nah, you just done, you ain't listening. You
talk to an old person, they just tell you something like, I ain't just blow your mind
all the time.
Blow your, like get advice about. I think my pastor told me one time about, like I used to be bad about when my son say something stupid, I slap him in the back of the head. Now you hear it. But my pastor, he said he used to do his son like that. He said, look, you'll cause some damage down on the top of his head. You know what I'm saying? But if you hit that bottom right, you'll fall in line. Just messages. We gonna lose those messages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I still try to be old school about how we raise our kids, and you want them to be respectful, say yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know how I say it. Just don't be an asshole about it.
Right. Like, don't be sarcastic, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know a lot of children and a lot of people now, they come up and they raise their kids just say yes and no, and no, I didn't come up like that. Man, if I would tell somebody, a grown person, yes or no.
What? Let them say what?
Look, you see how big my hand is?
All right.
My mama's hand was like this over my hand. And if I would have said yes or no to a person older than me, I don't care if that was a year or two older than me. You know what I'm saying? It was all about respect. Mm-hmm. And I would literally get knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
I died once.
Yeah.
I died once, yeah.
You died one time?
I died once. I couldn't say it no more.
I died a couple times, but it wasn't from, not saying yes ma'am and no ma'am, and all of that. But Yeah,
Nah, my mom crazy. She threatened to kill me a few times. Like
yeah.
she used to always tell me, "I get my gun." I be like, "Mom, you ain't got no gun. You don't know what I got." Well, I know you got some skillets. I know you got some skillets, and I don't want to mess with a skillet.
Hey, that cast iron worse than that gun.
And she still got the same cast iron skillet when I was since I was 5. She still make cornbread at her. So. Yeah, I'm like, Mom, you too weak to lift that up. So she'll call and cuss me. I gotta call her anyway. She's gonna call and cuss me out.
Hey, look, she in reserve power. Go down there and act crazy. Why would she do?
No.
Okay.
I can't afford that.
Yeah.
My mom. I'm gonna tell y'all. So for the longest, my mama she still had one of them square box TVs. She still had one square box. She has this. When I worked for Dish Network, a lady gave me a TV. 30 like.
Hold on.
What was the booty out?
How long she had the TV?
My daughter is 13, 12 years. She 12 years. So she had all boxes. So last week she called me, Chris, that TV you brought me a long time ago went out. I'm like, dang, it finally died. Dang, I'm like, shoot.
Hey.
My mom finally got her first flat screen TV. That thing was about the size of this
Who did that?
They went and bought it. My mom went and paid me. She said, Chris, I'm at work. It's like 6 o'clock. Chris, I got this new TV. I need it hooked up. Because I know these kids, when they come down here, they going to watch TV. That was an excuse for me to come down there.
Right.
So, let me put a pin in it. Y'all, go spend time with your parents, please. Because my mom, I live out in North Jackson. My mom stay out in Terry. My mom will call me in a heartbeat. Go spend time with you. Because if they don't see your face at least once a week, like I gotta go down there probably Saturday or Sunday. If they don't see your face at least once a week, you know what I'm saying, they will talk about your back hairs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I'll get talked about. But she called me talking about, come down and hook the TV up. I'm gonna give you something. That's what she give me. I'm gonna give you something. Come down here. I done did 2 massages that day. I really ain't feel like working.
Right.
Wife at home. She gonna bring something home. I'm like, shh. All right, here I come. Go down there. TV is 32 inch TV. You know, 32 inch about what this.
Yeah.
By you, the other TV was like this. It was this big round. Yeah, how you call it Big Bertha. But that thing played out. She can watch Matlock and everything on the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Went down there and finally got the TV up. She said, dang, I didn't know the jerseys was that cool. Hey.
Jordan, I'm gonna blame that on you.
I'm
gonna blame that one on you now.
But see, they come in my room trying to watch my 55 that I got hanged over the wall. So they simple. They don't want nothing. They really don't like that like nice.
But I'm just saying, you know, technology's unchanged. You know,
my mom don't know how to work herself. My dad still got a flip phone.
Well, I know a lot of people.
I thought he was a dope boy for one second.
He might still be on the slick now.
I'm just throwing it, sticking that thing in that crease. Hello? Get mad at you, hang up all fast. Okay.
Look, you slap it close.
You gonna get enough think you cool to hang it up on me like I just bought an ounce from you.
Right.
You ain't gonna keep doing me like that. No. But yeah, but like I said, but I be like, I guess I'm the point where, especially like with folks, some of these folks dying and stuff like that, it makes you kind of want to, you know, hang out with your parents. Like I said, I'm still lucky. My mom and dad are 70 and still lucky to have my as old as I am. And you know, if I get another, I don't think another 10, 20 years would be long enough for my parents.
No, I mean, you know, my daddy died when I was like right around 15 years old, so you know, my mama's still here. She'll hit that line every now and again, and you know what I'm saying, she'll say something for a couple seconds, and you know, she'll make sure I'm straight, and after that she off the phone, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like I tell people, my situation and my lifestyle, you know, it changed, but you know, my daddy taught me a lot of things growing up, you know, up until the point till he passed, and you know, like I said, it's still self-preservation over the course of time of remembering and understanding and learning when you know, had the chance to learn. And that's the same way with the elderly people, you know. I don't care if it's Miss Sally up the road Mr. Paul down around the corner on the bottom of the hill down there. Right. Man, go see them people. You know what I'm saying? Them people, some of the people that you don't even know that doesn't watch you while your mom and dad
laid foundation for you.
Right. You know, they laid that foundation. They help your mom and them out when your mom and them couldn't help themselves at the time. You know, there's a lot of things that people don't understand. You know, hey, sometimes your mom and dad didn't have, but Uncle Paul or Miss Sally, you went over there and ate breakfast, and you didn't know why you were going over there to eat breakfast because your mom and dad and them didn't have it.
Yep.
Everybody had that silver spoon. That wooden spoon was a mug now.
Yeah.
But it stirred the pot, though.
Yeah, that's true. So,
yeah.
Just be blessed with what you got. And like I said, having these family, like, everybody be like, I don't want to be, I never really thought about just being a stepdad. I thought once I got married, I'm going to stay married. That was my dumb ass logic. Over start going crazy, start throwing knives like they on the goddamn ninja flick or something. Mm-hmm. And then she would be like, you know what, let me rethink this marriage. Like, for real. But I got my kids out about it, you know what I'm saying? And you get married again and you kind of say, you know what I'm saying, whatever kids come with it, they always bonuses with your mate.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a learning experience. Like I said, just...
You know, a lot of people, hold on right there. You know that song Erykah Badu came out, Bag Lady?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people didn't understand that song. That song went over a lot of people's head. They liked the melody of it and the sound of it, but at the end of the day, you know, that means, you know, whatever she got going on and you want that bag lady, you got to take the bag too. You can't just take the lady, you got to take the bag.
It's the
you know,
everything come with it. You just got to help tote it. It's supposed to be mirrored to lighten the load about what you got going on. You know, so that's the whole thing about being married is like, you're not supposed to put your spouse in this situation where it makes a load greater on them just because you just want to take it off you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't use that fact and that.
Or use them as a pawn or anything like that, or a leech, or, you know, and there's a lot of people out here, I mean, these so-called friends.
Yeah. They get you in trouble. You know, we know about that.
Yeah, and them so-called associates. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, like I tell people, I have very few friends. I got a lot of associates, though. You know what I'm saying? I associate with a lot of people, but for calling them real friends, it's a very few. You know what I'm saying? But family is a lot, though.
Yeah, family is forever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got just a family, like I said, it's gonna be.
All them jokers ain't good for you now.
I still call them fair weather friends. They might be here when the wind blows, and they fair weather. Like if it's good and it's all sunny and nice outside, they're there. But like when you have family is gonna be there with the sun, the rain, the hurricane. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you can't appreciate a sunny day, then what's a sunny day? Right. There's always gonna be more time when you have more bad days and good days.
Oh yeah.
But like saying, it's just you have to learn to, you know, pull yourself together and like, so you know what, I might not like what you say, but I'm gonna try and understand. That's maturity. That's what I think that's what we gotten away from teaching kids is the maturity behind stuff. Right. Like if I have a disagreement with you, it doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get mad with you and then, you know what I'm saying, I don't like what you got to say and this and that and that. Right. But it's that maturity kick in and says, I can't get mad at your understanding because you think you got a different way of thinking than I do. So I just leave it in that realm where, you know what I'm saying, just that's what's best. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect to get my way, but at least you got to meet me halfway down with. That's you got to treat kids like that. You might not get that PlayStation, but you know what I'm saying, you might not get that PlayStation 5, but you know them PlayStation 4s gonna get marked down. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it's the compromise of life. You know what I'm saying? You got to compromise with everything, and like I said, you got to have an open mind, an open relationship, especially come with the kids. Cause a lot of time, man, these kids throw something on your mind that you be like, oh, they been here before. All right. They been here before, but nah, they ain't been here. They been listening to you. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no telling. The smart ones are listening here. Like all they'll get a collective group of grown-ups, then they'll talk to, and they'll be like, you know, I was always one like, you know what, I hear you. Oh, so cause that's what I can tell you. I learned stuff. I'm all up in Chicago. I got told. I went to Chicago one summer, came back. I was like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir. They here so mannerable. I'm like, no, I'm still in there. But no, I just learned you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, me growing up around the people that I grew up around more older people than my peers. You know, even when I first moved to Jackson, it was literally everybody was older than me pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like they might have been like 5, 6 to 10 years older than me, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you know, it was still I could watch him go over here and do this. He bump his head over there. Okay, so I know not to go over there and bump my head too. So I stay away from this situation. But at the same time, a lot, you know, with these days, these kids today, a lot of people, I don't know, some of them don't want to, I don't know, I ain't going to necessarily say they don't want to see them succeed, but it's like they don't want to guide them. Like, the guidance ain't really there no more, you know. You got all this gang related stuff popping back up, which you never left. But at the same time, you know, if it's gonna be a game, let it be a game that's gonna be able to teach these kids and guide these kids. Let it be a big brother type of thing where if that's your, you know, whatever it is, let them be what it is. But at the same time, teach them the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't teach them how to rob and steal. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if you can play a bank robber, you can plan. You can
plan your life.
You can plan a company. Sure, right. That's just one thing. You everybody substitute negative for bad, and that's what it's all backwards.
Yeah.
Like I said, why don't you try putting the pot like, okay, well, I can rob this person, but I can go learn how to go apply for a bank loan or something like that. Right. Learn how to get out of debt. Man, you got to break that generational curse.
Yeah, but instead of learning how to basically go up there and ask to get a loan, why not say, hey, can you teach me how to get to this point where I don't have to get a loan? And I told my son that before I left earlier. I told his son, I said he would walk around the house because I took the TV, PlayStation from him because he wanted to clean the room up. But I told him, I said, hey, son, I said, a closed mouth don't get fed. I said, now what you want? I said, I already know what you want, but I'm waiting on you to ask that question. And you ain't never asked it, but he was like, I don't want none, I don't want none. I said, son, what you want? I know what you want. Talk.
Yeah. So. All right, so we finna get ready to wrap this podcast up. I appreciate everybody came on live. I'm hoping everybody like, share, and subscribe. Y'all please go on YouTube and look up the Family Myth, the Legend. I'm gonna try to get Corey back, come back here now. He live right around the corner, so we don't. If I don't do it at my house, I'll go over his house. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gonna try. I'm trying to do more stuff, and I'm trying to get some more guests in here and stuff like that. Hopefully, probably one day, I think either Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna try and get my wife in here. We're gonna do a podcast together, so we talk about something. We're gonna figure something else to talk about.
The Jordans,
right? Just
you know what I'm saying?
Get us in the house, and so y'all please just go on YouTube, like and subscribe. Like I said, we're trying the more everybody souls in us, souls in this podcast. You know what I'm saying? It souls back. The more information we can get into, the more people we get on here. I'm trying to get some, podcasts about depression because, nowadays depression is real. If you black, you got depression. It ain't just for white folks no more. You got depression.
I ain't black.
My dad used to say I'm a light-skinned white man. So I'm a dark-skinned white man. So, but my dad, he's always gonna tell you something. But y'all go on YouTube, the Family Myth, the Legend, Chris Jordan, and we're gonna wrap this podcast up. Podcast should be up on at least Spotify later on tonight. Should be on Apple Music real soon. So y'all just get at me. Y'all take it easy and be blessed.
Yes, sir.